Hello, this is Suzanne, and I'm your Inner Calm coach. And I'm so happy today to be talking to the beautiful Kat, who has just finished my program about a couple of weeks ago, I think. And Kat has had some fantastic results, and I wanted to bring her on to just talk about it, to see, how she felt before the program, during the program, and now after the program. We just actually had a bit of a chat then, and and it was really great to hear that there's been some big changes and everything has appears different from from what you first thought or your previous idea of losing weight. So Kat, firstly, why did you join the 5 in 4 program?
I think it all felt right. I went to my 20-year high school reunion and met up with an old friend, and she and I just got to chatting about life and kids and the 20 years that had passed. And she had just finished the program with you and recommended that from what she had remembered me and how I was when we were chatting, she said, I think it could be really good for you, and just good for you and your mental well-being to sort of do some of the things that happened. And I was intrigued because I've always felt like I wanted to find more balance and calm, I sent the email and the rest is history, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's great. So what results did you get from the program, Kat?
Well, the biggest one, considering everything that's been going on with COVID-19 stuff, the biggest one I really have felt is just a much better way of managing stress and being present in my feelings, and just little practices that I've built with your guidance that have really helped me stay even through all of that. Because I'm not really sure how I would have gone without those things. So that's been the biggest one. I mean, I've lost 4 kilos and however many, it was like
14 centimeters.
Yep. So, the physical stuff has been really good too. And I've felt so much better, in my digestion, and all of that stuff has been great too. But the biggest one for me is just, the mental calmness.
Yes, yeah. And that is the thing, with the program, as you know, we focus a lot on removing old or dissolving old emotions that that really just don't serve us. But in doing so, we are reducing stress, and stress is one of the biggest blockers to weight loss.
Yeah.
And when we can, manage things in a much more calmly, clearer mindset, then, stress will always be there. There will always be things happening around us, but we're able to manage our own emotions much more, more balanced. So
absolutely.
So that's where, the success comes, because stress is one of the biggest blockers to weight loss. As soon as our body is in a stress state, it goes into fight or flight, and everything basically just jams up and it won't work to varying degrees. But over a long period of time, it really causes havoc, with our metabolism, and we just don't get the results that we wanted to. And we know, and we're trying to lose weight and it doesn't happen. So it just keeps compounding. So I'm glad to hear that, the strategies, the meditation and dissolving those, those old emotions really, really helped. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So what exactly did you like most about the program, Kat?
I think I like how it was a really holistic type of approach. I had the time with you, which was really valuable, and then I also had my naturopath visit, which was really valuable, and just the little things, the little changes that with the Happy Habits tracker that you got me to use initially, it really showed me that something that can feel quite overwhelming to manage on top of everything else was actually just little bits of effort. And I think, having you be approachable and able, like when I was struggling with certain things and saying, oh, look, it's the time or it's this, and you would work with me, and it wasn't a guilt situation. It was a let's solve the problem thing. So yeah, all of that was great.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. So what was the main concern that may have prevented you from doing the program, and what was it that put your hesitation or fears to rest? If you thought about it initially and thought, oh, I don't know, what was it that changed?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think originally, like I'm always reluctant to like spend money on myself or myself as a priority in terms of time and all of that. It's that mother guilt, I think. But it just felt like everything aligned and it was all supposed to be. So I just took a little jump and it really was worth it. Talking to you, I felt as soon as we had our first chat, I was just like, this is going to be good for me. So yeah, it was really good to put myself first for once.
Yes.
And I'm not at all guilty about it, which is very different.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Fantastic. And so if there were three things that you could think about the program that stood out for you, what would they be? The three biggest things or the three biggest benefits that you received from the program?
The little sort of anxiety managing tips that you gave me came in very useful. Everything that's been going on, feeling overwhelmed and just having different strategies to use. That's probably the first one. I think just being able to like really let you know, like if I was struggling with something or I don't know, just okay to not doing everything perfectly and we work it out. That was really important for me because it's all about the cause effect and all that.
Cause and effect, that's right, yeah.
Learning all of that was really good. And just hypnosis and the meditation, taking that time to sit down and be. I always felt it was a bit of a chore, and at the beginning I did feel like it was like but I recognise now how useful it's been for me. And I will continue to do that because it's helped me. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah. The meditation, taking that time for ourselves is just so important. It's probably one of the key things. There's a lot of key things, but I think, the meditation, taking that time for yourself, allowing your mind and your body to rest. It's not just about the mind because the mind and body are so intricately connected, but it allows your body to rest and then for the metabolism to start working, and that's all part of it. And as you mentioned before, I think prior, because we started this program and there was no COVID-19.
No.
And of course, halfway
like a lifetime ago.
Yes, yeah, I know. And so, now I think it was about halfway through that COVID-19 stepped in. But I remembered that you did mention that perhaps things would have been a little bit different had you not done the program.
Yes, because I think, I was really caught in a cycle of just, the schedule and not really paying attention to how I was feeling about anything except just to get to the next sort of checkpoint. So I do feel like having those couple of weeks at the beginning where I really broke through that stuff and it meant I could just manage the rest of it so much better, and everything else that flows on from from the whole pandemic stuff, because it's all encompassing, and recognizing early on that I could make small changes that would help me to feel better about stress really did help. I just know, because I could barely manage running my week before, and worried and anxious, where now I recognize that I am much better at that now. So yeah.
Great. And so what was life like before you started the program? Give us a bit of a snapshot there.
Oh, just busy and always like on the go, and always feeling guilty about not making enough time for myself, and kind of pushing away all the tips that I would get from people about, meditating, or this, or like, being more in tune with like your gut health and all of that stuff. I'd kind of be like, whatever, they don't get it, I'm so busy. But really handing myself over to that process and just giving it a go, really helped, because I thought I knew before. But I was so unhappy in so many ways, where now I do feel like I'm okay with me now, and before I think I was much more worried about some sort of external assessment that wasn't even happening, and myself always, running on that hamster wheel. But it's very different now.
Yeah, wow, that's fabulous. And so what surprised you most about the program? What was the thing that stood out for you that you went, oh, that's different? Or
doing the timeline therapy was surprising, because I guess, I'm definitely a believer in more than we can see, and I'm fascinated by the brain and all of that stuff, but not really understanding it, but believing it and doing it and feeling the benefits of it. That was a surprise, and I think I would say to you, I'm like, I don't know how that happened, or I'm not sure, but that's okay, just being okay with not really understanding the whole, just enjoying the feeling afterwards, where I just felt so much happier.
Yes. And how did you find the hypnosis side of the program?
The hypnosis was good. I really enjoyed doing it. Sometimes I struggled with the length, and so being able to chat with you about that, and you making me a shorter hypnosis was really helpful, because the days that I just was so wiped out and couldn't face, trying to keep myself awake because I just fell asleep, was having that short one as an option was really good. And just being able, even still being able to use all the different ones I have from you is really very good.
Yeah, great. Yeah, because you've got a few to choose from now, haven't you?
I do. It's like a selection.
Yeah, fantastic. All right. So is there anything else that you wanted to say, or if someone was wanting to join the program or sitting on the fence, do you have any comments or anything that you would say to them?
I think, particularly, I don't know. I only know my circumstance, but I think for a lot of women who are mums, who might be worried about, feeling bad about, carving out time for themselves, or, spending money on themselves, or whatever it is, I would just say it is worth it because no one's going to do that for you, and nobody can. So giving yourself permission to spend time on yourself is going to be felt by the people around you. I can tell, with my kids and my husband, everything is so much happier and more peaceful now, and I believe it's going to continue, because these habits I've formed, not something that I don't feel like it's been put on me. I've come to that understanding that it's all been for, a really good ending. So, yeah, I mean, I'd give it a shot if they were on the fence. I mean, I was initially too. And I think you always are when it comes to putting yourself first. So it's definitely worth it.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you so much, Kat. And I have to say, it's been a pleasure to work with you and to see all the changes, right? Right from the get-go. It's just been wonderful. So thank you so much for coming in today and
you're welcome.
letting other people know, because your story is inspiring for others. And there are a lot of other women, busy working mums that do really need to take the time for themselves. And once you take that leap with faith and commit, because it's very much a commitment, isn't it, to to do the work. And if you do the work, you get the results, and you have. So well done you.
And you provide the tools, to support that, which is without guilt, which is really important, because I think a lot of the time, I would definitely feel like I'd failed at some diet program, or feel like I'd, done, and then it compounds the whole thing. So having the support from you has been, invaluable. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Kat. That's lovely. That's lovely.
That's true. Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Well, thank you so much. We'll leave it there. Okay. And I look forward to catching up with you in a couple of months to see where you're at then.
Yeah, my birthday goal.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. All right then.